like to introduce, I didn't play football with Pat. I played with him in high school, Leland Chargers. But, I wanted to bring on, I talked to Doug, I'm like, I can't think of a better person to talk about Pat while he was at ASU. Barry Alford was his roommate, he was his best friend, and he played football with him. He was there for 3 years. And he's a wonderful human being. And I thought, especially for the players, but everybody, to have BJ say a few words about Pat, because this is for you guys. Like, you're out there, you're about to play tomorrow. And I thought it'd be nice to have Barry out there and say a few words about Pat. So Barry, if you can come on up there.
Thank you, Kevin. Those were some heartfelt words, and I'm very happy to be here and honored. So I'd like to take a moment first and say congratulations to Coach Ty Graham, our athletic director, Ray Anderson, on a job well done. It's nice to come back as a former player and see a first-class facility. This place looks amazing. And also the team of the artists behind the statue. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. So as Kevin was introducing, I'm Barry Alford, and I was Pat Tillman's roommate in college. And I'd like to take a moment and thank the Tillmans. You know, I just want you guys to know that I am so proud to tell people I know you for family. Over the years, it's just been amazing to be able to spend time with such a quality group of people. I totally admire what you guys represent. I love what you stand for. And I've learned so much from all of you. So obviously when Kevin asked me to be here tonight, I told him I was honored. So thank you for having me. Also, I'd like to take a moment to thank Arizona State for putting on this event in celebration of Pat. You know, year after year since Pat has passed, this institution continues to pay homage to one of the greatest people that ever walked this campus, and also produced a graduate who achieved international recognition not only for his character and sacrifice, which we all know, but for his academic achievements and his athletic prowess. So it's no wonder that Pat Tillman is the face of this institution and being honored this evening. So thank you, ASU. So I got a lot of questions over the years. So like, what was it like being Pat's roommate in college? I got what was it like to play football with Pat? I got what was it like to party with Pat Tillman? You know, I even got what was it like to study with Pat Tillman? Like sincerely, like a bunch. And I couldn't answer that question, of course, because Pat obviously studied, I did not. But if you think about that question about who Pat was, seriously, I got asked that question several times over the years. And I thought to myself, when I die, my friends are not going to ask, you know, or people are not going to ask my friends, what was it like to study with Barry Alford? You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, that's the kind of person he was. But in all seriousness, you know, my time with Pat in college was some of the best memories of my life. You know, I remember meeting Pat on a bus on our way to some student-athlete orientation. And I walked up the steps and I looked back and Pat's sitting there solo. Now he's rocking a mullet. And we all know it, right? You guys remember this, serious mullet. It was the one thing that I was able to help Pat out with in life. And we took care of it. I got rid of it. And he grew the long hair, and then man, he was sexy. No, but I got on the bus, and he looked like he didn't want to be there, and he looked pretty pissed off. And so I sat right next to him. And you know, I would soon find out that we had very much in common, and we clicked very quick and became very good friends in a short period of time. But as I got to know Pat, and I got to spend time with him, you know, I knew he was a tremendous athlete. I knew that this guy's different, he's special, obviously. We all saw it at 18, 19, 20. But what's really cool now at 43 is that I can look back at 19 and 20, and my mind wasn't fully able to appreciate that I literally was in the presence of somebody who had qualities of greatness inside. And I got to watch those qualities of greatness unfold right in front of my eyes as ASU was where Pat began to set the stage for establishing his unique identity. So now I think about it, I'm like, I got to play major college football with somebody who's destined to be great. And that greatness, you know, showed itself right in front of me year after year. This guy was special, he was unique. I was very fortunate to have Pat as a friend, teammate, and roommate. It's just sad that nothing rubbed off on me. Zero. One of my favorite sayings in life is to be more interested than interesting. I try to live my life like that. And if we all, for most of us that know Pat, we all know that his life is beyond interesting. And most of us would love to tell his story as our own. And I know I would. I'd be raising my hand bragging about being Pat Tillman and things he's accomplished in his life, or accomplished. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Excuse me 1 second. But here's what I want to say. If you had a chance to meet Pat, you had a chance to sit across from him, have a beer with him, have coffee with him, you would know that Pat Tillman was sincerely more interested in your life than his own. But on top of that, what I found was so unique and special about Pat is that this guy had a serious agenda to be great, and he's going to do great things. And he was vocal about it to his very close friends. And the few people in this world that I have known that have even attempted greatness, or just great people that have done seriously amazing things, or had agendas like Pat Tillman's, I would imagine that those people would come across as pretty selfish, or lack in other areas of life like friendships, relationships, family, or just mind share for other people in general. Not Pat. Pat was able to balance it all and be present with every single person he encountered, no matter who you were, while being extremely focused and diligent at accomplishing every single goal he had set out to achieve. Every one, and he talked about it at 17, 18, 19. It was fun to watch. And for those of us who knew him well, they know what I'm talking about. This dude had the Midas touch to life. He did. And so tonight, I just wanted to say thank you to Pat Tillman for all the life lessons you taught us. What an incredible legacy, right? Who does that? Who does that? No one. And I just want to say you're one of a kind, brother. Thank you. And I've been asked to introduce our next guest, and so this is really special to me. I found this out last night. I get to introduce the head football coach at Arizona State. So I don't know if Coach Graham remembers this or not, but I came out a couple of years ago to see who this guy was, look at the new team, and I'm standing outside, and Mark Graham comes up to me and says, "Hey man, welcome back, blah, blah, blah." Practice is about ready to break, and coach is talking to the kids, the post-practice speech. And all of a sudden I see the huddle disperse, and I'm looking up and I see Coach Graham kind of jogging, trotting, beelining right towards me. And I was like, is he coming to talk to me? And so I'll never forget what he said to me. He walked right up to me, put his hand down and said, "Hey, I'm Coach Graham, and it looks like you can still play some ball." So ever since then, but no, for real, no one has made Pat Tillman a bigger centerpiece in this university than Coach Todd Graham. So ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Coach Todd Graham.
It's a great honor for me and privilege to get to be here today for this. It's a special day. One of the things that we're here to do is educate our players and to teach them in life what really matters. And as you listen, I sit back and I listen to Kevin, and I listen to the people that were in his life that knew him. I didn't know Pat, but and he was a giver, and that's something that we want to teach our players. And I want to tell the Tillmans as well. It's been a great honor for me to get to know your family. My relationship with Kevin, getting to know Richard, has been something that is very, very important to me. And I want to thank them for that, and for always being gracious. And what I want to teach our players, when we talk to our players about, is what this statue represents. And one of the reasons why Pat is on every wall is because he actually earned to be on every wall. And he's the only person in the history of our program that's on every single wall. And matter of fact, there's not anyone else that's on 75% of the walls. He embodied what we're about here. And our philosophy here, what we're trying to teach, is we're trying to teach guys what it is to win and be a champion in life. And that's what we're here to celebrate today. That's what I think Pat's legacy was all about. And it doesn't get any better in life than being a great son, being a great brother, being a great husband, being a great teammate, being a great friend, and being a great American. And so, that's what it means to me, and the standard that he set as a player. And I didn't know him, but I tell you, every day we play his highlights. And I want to speak to the Warriors' heart. It was so unique, and I've watched those film over and over again. And at first you can't help but watch Pat, because this guy's passion, it just ignites something in you. And here's what's amazing, watch his practice tapes. But then I started watching how it impacted the other people. I watched how that team played, and all the players were playing with that type of passion. And that's something that, as a player, that I think is so important. Pat, I think, loved this game. He respected this game. That's the greatest thing I think was said today, is how he was present with every person that he talked to. And that's something that's very important to us. We want to win, but we want to win the right way. And then you can't lose. And so, just the respect and honor, those are the things that we're trying to teach our players. And I want our players to know we're going to start a tradition here that I think will last for a very, very, very long time, hopefully forever. But as we come down this tunnel, some things that we changed. One, we put Pat's teammates in that tunnel, because I think that was something that would be very important to him. But as we come down this tunnel and we walk out, every player will touch that statue. And I just want the Tillman family, I want his teammates, and I want our players, I want to challenge our players with this. You come out and touch that statue, you need to take that field and you need to pour it on everything into what you have on that field and play with a passion. That's what life's about, and it's having a passion for what you're doing. And you go out there and you walk through this tunnel and you touch that statue, you go out there and you give them hell. And our motto this year is Sun Devil Tough. And no matter all the former players that I've met, it's a common denominator. From the great Coach Cush to every single player I've met that's played here, there's a common denominator. It's toughness. And to be tough, you have to possess character. It's something that with our players, we value our intellect. We want them to be genuinely who they are, and then discipline. And that produces hardcore toughness. We're not interested in just being tough. We're interested in being hardcore tough. So it's a great honor and privilege for me to be here today, and to have this here. I think this will be one of the most visited places right outside this door on this campus and probably in this city. And we're here to honor his legacy. And it's a great honor and privilege for me to coach at the place where Pat Tillman played. Go Devils.